I think it's such a great career. It's such a rewarding career. Not only mentally and, you know, by helping other people, but financially. You can just work part-time, work in the evenings, do this over the weekends. Okay, I'm not sure about the weekends, but you don't have to do this full-time to make a very lucrative income. You probably come across this video because you are looking to do something meaningful in your career, to help other people in their career, and to make a lot of money doing it, right? So let me guess. You are entrepreneurial, an extrovert, probably a bit of an exhibitionist. That is not a bad thing. It could be a very good thing in this line of work. And at the moment, you probably drive a Vauxhall. Okay, I may be wrong about that last bit, but if I got all the rest right, let me know by liking this video, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. I post videos weekly of businesses you can start with little or no money.
Let's first discuss a franchise broker versus a franchise consultant. They are two very different things, yet you can call yourself both even though you only do one of them. A franchise consultant is somebody that advises and consults a company about franchising. It's sort of in the name. Okay, let me explain. You have this successful crepe shop in Hampstead Village, which is open every weekend with queues going all the way up this road here. There is something in your crepes that they love and are willing to queue up come rain or shine. Now the owners of this place want to expand their business, open up more branches in other cities and countries based on their business module and branding, share their crepes and success with other people, and they choose to go down the franchise route. But they know nothing about franchising, so what they will do is approach a franchise consultant, somebody who knows the way franchising works, the laws, the pitfalls, how to maximize your returns, the valuations, the fees you will charge, the terms and conditions with your franchisees, the marketing, etc., etc., etc. All this is a franchise consultant. A franchise broker, on the other hand, is somebody acting as a representative. After a franchisor has everything set up with a consultant, they will then use a franchise broker to connect franchisees to the franchisor, the buyers to the sellers kind of thing. The broker will be somebody that knows everything about the business, that will have an understanding in the product, the cost, the revenue, the fees and commissions involved, and will normally oversee the complete process of a franchisee buying into a franchise. And in return, the agent will receive a commission from each successful introduction or sale. Does this all make sense so far? Do you have any questions? If you do, feel free to post them in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to respond to them. So, how do you become a franchise broker or a franchise consultant? Well, to become a consultant, although it's not necessary, but it would help if you had some kind of degree in business management, plus it will look great on your CV and give you extra credibility when it comes to gaining clients. To be a franchise agent, a degree in business will help, but the main thing you'll need is knowledge, and a lot of it, not only about business in general, but knowledge and know-how on many specific businesses. Let me explain.
If you open a franchise directory like this one here, this is Franchise Direct. They have a list of all sorts of franchises. This is a UK website. You have everything from accountancy and financial, business opportunities, care franchises, carpets, courier franchises, recruitment, everything. So I clicked on home-based franchises and all these came up. And then I went and clicked on this one called Start a No Letting Go Franchise. Now I happen to know who these people are. I went to speak to them once because I was interested in this franchise. Now this franchise is about property inventories. So when I was looking to get into property inventories myself, the first place I looked at was franchising. Now although franchising is great, in this particular case for me it wasn't necessary. I didn't feel that I had to pay £20,000 to join a franchise when I figured out a way how I can set this up myself, do my own marketing, and I spent nothing on marketing. Not only that, I'll just throw in here quickly, I've actually made a course on how to become a property inventory clerk. It's very cheap, it's only £200, but it's got everything in there, including how to market yourself without spending a penny. It's brilliant, brilliant course. I'll post the details in the description below. Anyway, as I was saying, when I went to see these people, I spoke to a franchise agent and he introduced me to the company, to the product, to what they do and how they can grow my business for me. It was great. It was absolutely great. And the guy was extremely knowledgeable. He wasn't an inventory clerk himself. He didn't have an inventory business, but he was extremely knowledgeable about the business, about all the ins and outs of it, and I was actually quite impressed with it. So the first thing I would suggest to do is spend time working in the industry. If you have any experience in franchising, that would be a great start. Me personally, I do have experience because years ago when I did the stretch limousine business, that was actually a franchise. Yes, I had a stretch limousine business, big, long Lincolns. I rented a farm in Reading. I'll talk about that another time. I ended up selling that business or selling that franchise. But spend time working in the industry of franchising. Another place you can start as a franchise agent is work in-house for a company. So if a franchising company, let's just take no letting go. Well, let's take McDonald's. Everybody knows McDonald's. To work in-house for them, or any other company, I'm just saying, like taking McDonald's for an example, work in-house as their agent to sign up franchisees to the company. Another thing you can do is you can set up your own agency. Like this one here, this is called Lime Licensing Group. They have lots of agents that work for them, and they work with all different franchises, and they sign up franchisees to their company. So you can start something like this, but I don't think I would start an agency on launch. I'd first dip my toes in it, try and get some experience, maybe working for a company, and see where things go. Now, you have to be a people's person. You have to be able to relate to people, get on with them, and as we say in Yiddish, you got to have a sprach with them. You got to speak the same language. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the next thing you got to do is you have to be driven to succeed. This is the kind of business. I've spoken to loads of agents over the years, loads of franchise agents over the years, because I've always looked into different businesses. And I'm one of those guys that called them up, got all the information, learned the business, and just never called back. Now, as an agent, it must be very frustrating when you have these people that you sit with you spend hours with them, you think you've got something signed up there, and then they just disappear on you. So you have to really be driven to succeed. You have to have a vision where you want to be and overcome all the obstacles until you succeed. But the best part of this is the money. You know, franchise agents make up to 50% of the franchise fee. Obviously, it depends if you're independent or if you're working for a company and whereabout in the company you are. But I was reading earlier that the average franchise fee in America is somewhere around $34,000. Now, even if you got 25% of the franchise fee, that's $8,500. If you want to use pounds, 8,500 pounds or 8,500 euros or 8,500 bloody yen or wherever it is you live. Now, that is a lot of money, 25% on the average franchise fee of making $8,500. How many franchisees do you need to sign up to be happy? I think it's such a great career. It's such a rewarding career. Not only mentally and, you know, by helping other people, but financially. You can just work part-time, work in the evenings, do this over the weekends. Okay, I'm not sure about the weekends, but you don't have to do this full-time to make a very lucrative income. Becoming a franchise broker is a great opportunity for those looking for a flexible and lucrative career in the business world. As a franchise broker, you would match potential franchise buyers with available brands providing education, advice, and assistance throughout the process. The role allows for a good work-life balance, and you can work from home or have a home-based office, which can save on overhead expenses. However, it is important to note that building a strong network of contacts and establishing a reputation in the industry may take time and effort. Watch the next video to learn more how you can make over £100 an hour as an inventory clerk. Thank you for watching.